And as a result of having this belief, you think about it all the time. That becomes your vibration. That becomes your resonance. And having this belief, what kind of men do you think that you are now going to attract to you? Do you really think that you're going to attract a high-quality person with the belief that men are bastards?
No.
Now, what happens in our life is that we have accepted all kinds of limiting beliefs about ourselves, about our society, about our reality. And what we want to do is we want to move beyond the perceptions and not ask ourselves, are these beliefs real or not? But ask ourselves, do these beliefs serve us? For example, you might have the belief that it's hard to make a lot of money. Now, is that belief true or not? Well, it's true for you. If you have that belief, nobody intentionally has a belief that's faulty. We assume that all our beliefs are true. And of course, beliefs vibrating in the subconscious level attract to the matrix of our reality the exact circumstances and situations that we are projecting. Now notice I say your beliefs. I'm not saying your hopes. I'm not saying your desires, your wishes, your intentions, your goals. I'm not saying that these will be self-fulfilling. I'm saying that your beliefs will be self-fulfilling because they are entrenched in a subconscious level. So one person believes that it's really easy to make a lot of money. Another person believes that it's really difficult to make a lot of money. Who's right? Which belief is right? Well, actually, both of them are right. Well, you might say, how can both of them be right? I mean, one must be right, one must be wrong, or at least one must be more right than the other. No, not at all. Not at all. You see, what it is that our life is holographic. We are all experiencing a holographic reality, a projection that is happening to us because of the vibration of what we are. Let me show you what happens when someone radically changes their belief. There was a very famous French dress designer who had a belief that she could design a completely new creation in 1 hour. Now, I don't know how many of you that are listening are dress designers or know dress designers, but I think you can understand that to design a completely new creation in 1 hour is quite a feat. But she could do it because she believed that she could do it. And she did it regularly and consistently. Now, one time, the psychologists that were working with her decided to do a little experiment with her. And they said, now, you say that you can design a dress in 1 hour. Is that correct? And she said, yes, I can. And what they did is they put her under hypnosis. And they had a little meter that was ticking every second. Tick, 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 tick. And they said, can you hear that meter ticking? Yes, I can. Okay, every time that you hear that meter ticking, that's 1 minute. Do you understand that? Yes, I do. Okay, begin designing. Tick, tick,
Tick,
tick,
tick.
tick. And after 3 or 4 ticks, which was really only 3 or 4 seconds, but in her mind was 3 or 4 minutes, she began to furiously scribble down on her pad of paper. And at the end of 60 seconds, at the end of 60 ticks, she had a completely new design dress that was produced into the thousands and sold all over the world. Now, notice that 1 second didn't magically become 1 minute. 1 second was still 1 second. What changed was her perception of reality. And when her model of reality, her belief in reality, her perception of reality changed, that changed her entire reality. And suddenly, she was able to produce a dress in 1 minute. Design a dress in 1 minute instead of 1 hour.
1 minute. Get out of here.
Beliefs are so powerful. And you get to believe whatever you choose. It has absolutely nothing to do with outer reality. It has to do what you choose to believe in your consciousness. For the
Just
longest
working with the
time,
little bit of colors I have.
the
It ain't like
strongest man
it.
in the world was a man called Sergei Vladicek, a Russian. And Mr. Vladicek could lift 598 pounds over his head, but he couldn't lift 600 pounds. And he had tried many times, and every time he had failed. In fact, it was called the 600-pound barrier. They had medical journals in the various weightlifting magazines. They had articles by physiotherapists and doctors and trainers saying how the physical body is impossible. It cannot lift 600 pounds.
Okay.
And he tried many, many times. Always he failed. And then one time, his trainers played a little trick on him.
Oh, wow.
They put 601 pounds on the bar, and they told him it was 598. Now you might think to yourself, 598, 601, I mean, what's the difference? Well, the difference is in consciousness. And if you look closely at all areas of your life, all your limitations, all your successes, all the things that happen to you, the difference always is in consciousness. Nothing to do with the outer world. And so what happened is Sergei got down,
Looking at this painting
picked
all
up the
right.
bar, he put it up over his head. And as soon as he had lifted the bar, his trainers started leaping up and down, and they said, Sergei, if you realize what you've just done, you've just broken the 600-pound barrier. And he goes, what are you talking about? It's impossible. Nobody can do it. And they weighed the bar. And sure enough, it was 601 pounds. He began touring Europe. He was like a huge celebrity for about 3 weeks. And then you know what started happening? Other people started lifting 603, 605, 607.
Wow.
Because the 600-pound barrier had been broken. It was an illusion. It had never existed except in people's consciousness. And now they're close to lifting 700 pounds. The question I want to ask you right now, at this point of your
And
training,
that's the answer then.
is what
Could
are
they ever
your
lift 1,000 pounds?
600-pound barriers in your life? What are the areas in your life that are keeping you really stuck and confining in who and what you are? Where are your belief system
My
barriers?
beliefs.
And you might say, well, I don't have any belief system barriers. I'm living my life to its full potential right now. If you truly believe that, if you truly believe that you have no belief system barriers, what that means is that you've bought into your own limitations.
Go to Europe.
Don't accept what's happening right now in your life as the true measure of who and what you are. You haven't even begun to experience
That's right,
the
I
true
haven't.
greatness that is in you.
That's right.
You can be assured there are all kinds of belief system barriers that you're living with.
That's right.
And I'll give you a little secret on how to begin to find them. Look at any problem area of your life. Any area of your life where you're having problems and difficulties. And I can guarantee you, 100%, I can guarantee you, that you have belief system barriers in that area of your life. And that's why you're having problems and difficulties. Nothing to do with outer circumstances. That is an illusion. Everything to do with your beliefs. Everything to do with your consciousness. See, if you want to move ahead really powerfully in your life, you're going to have to learn how to do two things. The first thing that you're going to have to learn how to do is to discover and eliminate any negative, limited belief pattern that you have resonating within you. Because as long as you're trying hard to get ahead, trying hard to cure yourself of your illness, trying hard to have a good relationship, trying hard to achieve your goal, and working with faulty, limited beliefs, you're not going to achieve it. You're going to have the same patterns happen to you over and over again. Oh, different circumstances, different realities, but you're going to remain stuck. You have to discover and eliminate the negative beliefs that you have within you. That's the first thing. And then the second thing that you have to do is you have to infuse yourself with images and creations and visualizations and affirmations, as I've taught in this course. Infuse yourself with these images, living them as an already existing fact in the ways that I've taught you. You see, one of the most beautiful things about our life is that our subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is imagined. The aspect of the subconscious that works on manifesting cannot tell the difference. And what that means is that you can go inside your conscious mind by repeating over and over again messages, images. You can create whatever belief it is that you choose. You choose.
I don't want to use, I can use some old Holland, very expensive reds. Let me see what my expensive, but you know, maybe we should. Let me squeeze a little bit of this old Holland.
Beliefs they choose. And the way that you create beliefs is working with a technique called imprinting. I first discovered the method of imprinting when I was living in the woods. And I wanted to imprint into my consciousness
Just a little bit of
that
it.
I have unlimited power at my disposal.
Okay, I have that.
And
I have
how I
the
did
little
it
oak,
is
I
the
have
imprinting
birds here,
technique
you know.
is a combination
I have some of that
of
over there.
affirmations and contemplation.
Let me bring
Those
that
are
over
the
here.
two techniques that you use in imprinting. So what I did is each day,
Oh, I need
for
some of
5
that.
minutes, I would
I wanted to add some of
contemplate
that blue from
and
the
affirm to
Aquarius.
myself that I have unlimited power at my disposal. I would affirm I have unlimited power at my disposal. I have unlimited power at my disposal. I would keep affirming it to myself over and over again for a minute or two. And then I would shift
I
into
need, you know what, I wanted to
contemplation.
add some of that flake
And I
white
would
I made.
contemplate that I have unlimited power at my disposal.
I was
I would
trying
think about the fact
titanium.
about how the conscious and subconscious
This is the one I
mind
made
work
last
together.
week. Let's try
I would
some.
think about the fact
Oh, I
that
have
any
some over
thought
here. Matter of
that
fact,
is put
mixed
into
with
the
titanium
subconscious
white.
and resonates there will
I'll
attract
grab some,
from the
but I
outer
still have
world,
some
from
over
the
here.
outer matrix of my reality,
Is that
the
it?
exact
Yeah, I still have some.
conditions and circumstances that I want. And I would contemplate them. I would think about them. And I would
mix a little bit
affirm
of
it to
that
myself
yellow
over
ochre.
and over and over again. And I would do it for about 5 minutes every day. Now, sometimes when I did this exercise, I would come out after doing the exercise and I would feel really inspired, really enthused. And it would be, yes, that's right, I know that's true. Sometimes when I did it, I would come out just feeling so fabulous. Other times when I did it would be almost cold and mechanical. It would be like I was lying to myself, and I didn't really believe
Let's
it.
try to say something.
Sometimes when I would do it, it would just be like I was going through the motions. And then the great trickster would start working on me. And it would say, what? Unlimited power? What are you talking about? Look at your life. You don't have unlimited power. And so sometimes when I did it, it was very cold, very mechanical, didn't even seem to be working.
Okay.
Other times, I felt absolutely
Let's just
so
add that.
powerful and so
Over here it's gonna
inspired
be
by the
more red.
process. But the key is